Hey there, this is Dr. Kev, and welcome to video number 2 in this little series that I'm doing for my friends at SportHiTech. SportHiTech are a music store. They sell millions of parts for thousands of instruments, and they also do a lot of guitar tech and setup work, including, of course, their Plek machine. Link to their website is down below, so go and check it out. These videos are intended to discuss some of the terms and concepts regarding the setup of your guitar, to clarify some of those concepts and ideas, and help to avoid confusion. In this video, we're going to be talking about neck relief. Now, it's easy to think of your guitar neck as just this big straight piece of wood that sticks out of the body, but in reality, it's not actually straight at all. String tension pulls the headstock forward, and that produces a curve in the neck. And that curve is what we call neck relief. Neck relief is an advantage to us because as the guitar string vibrates, it needs room to move. And if it doesn't have room to move, it makes a noise that we don't like, which we call string buzz or fret buzz. As I mentioned in the previous video, when the string vibrates, we can see it moving. And that motion is what we call the amplitude of vibration, and it's at a maximum at about half the length of the string. Okay? If I'm playing the open string, maximum vibration is over the 12th fret. If I'm playing at the 7th fret, the maximum vibration is about at the 19th fret. So that amplitude of vibration needs to be accounted for when we set up our guitar. Neck relief gives us that little bit of extra space to help to avoid that string buzz without having to crank up the action at the saddles. It's kind of like sitting in the cinema, and you know how the seats are staggered downward in height, helps us see over some of the heads in front of us. Neck relief is a little bit like that. Now, we can fine-tune the amount of neck relief we have by adjusting what's called the truss rod. The truss rod is a steel reinforcing bar that's in the center of the neck. It helps to strengthen the neck against string tension. But the truss rod is adjustable, and that means that we can actually dial in quite accurately the amount of neck relief that's optimum to us. Contrary to popular belief, adjusting your truss rod is safer and easier than making a toasted sandwich, and it's absolutely the type of thing that you can do yourself. The amount of neck relief that a player requires is in part determined by how much their string vibrates. And that in turn is determined by the gauge and tension of their strings, and also by how hard they pluck the string. For the vast majority of guitar players, some neck relief is required, and a perfectly straight neck is not optimum. If there's too little neck relief, or none at all, it may be very difficult for us to adjust the string action to a comfortable level so that we can avoid string buzz. But note that as we add neck relief, we're raising the headstock, which means that we're raising the strings at this end of the guitar neck relative to the body. And that's going to increase the measurement of our string action over the 12th fret. The problem there is if we have too much neck relief, we might measure the string action over the 12th fret, see that it's too high, and then lower the bridge or the saddles. The problem with that is that that could produce buzzing up here on the higher frets. So if we have string buzz on the higher frets, usually the best thing to do is perhaps to lower the neck relief and increase the string action at the bridge. Adjusting the neck relief won't actually affect any string buzz in this part of the guitar neck because the neck is really thick here. It's at its thickest, and it's also firmly bolted or glued to the guitar body, effectively making a really big, thick piece of wood. That's not going to bend no matter how much I adjust the truss rod. In other words, no matter how much neck relief we have, this part of the neck is going to remain unaffected. If there's fret buzz here, we have to fix it by adjusting the saddles or the bridge. It's important to realize that a good setup is always a compromise based in part on how a player actually plays their guitar strings. There's no magic setup that will allow infinitely low string action or no neck relief and allow us to get away without string buzz. That's just not going to happen. The lower the string action is, and the less neck relief we have, the lighter you may have to learn to play the strings to avoid fret buzz. All right, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know. In the meantime, stay tuned for more videos to come, and we will see you soon. All right, ciao.